phones can see me. Okay. And so yeah, I do in the morning. I do like these. I do these in the morning. On my toe. Hold on, camera messed up on here. Okay, there we go. Now it's good. I had to clean it off. Okay, so I'm doing my stretches, y'all. Show how I'm doing my stretches. I gotta move my laptop. Here's the only thing when you on two devices. Okay, there we go. Okay. So that's a table back here, so I ain't got too much room. But y'all can see me over here. So yeah, in the morning, this is what I've been doing, y'all. This is my Tai Chi stretches. And just like just go up with your arms. And I do that for a few minutes. And it kind of, you can hear your bones popping and everything, honey. Then I take my hand and give myself a stretch like this and cover my ears. No, it's weird. It's weird, isn't it? And then I do these. Every morning. And you can feel yourself when you start getting tired. And then I give myself a little brief hug. Then I do front black back claps. Clap in the front. I do this every morning. It might not be a lot, but it's a routine that my body is now 120 pounds lighter than it used to be. Gives me. So yeah, I just do these. Clap, 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 clap. That's what I do. I do that. And then I make sure you have enough room for this. You can hear all kind of popping here too. And if you want to, you can kind of bend your legs a little bit on this. Kind of give your knees a little stretch. I do that every morning. And then I do this one. Make sure that I'm moving my hand with this. Can't be injuring yourself. Because that's a good way to get out of it. Nope, so I do that in the morning. Give myself a big hug. Catch my breath. So what do you call? Yep, that's what I do every morning. Give myself a little love and grace. And then I drink water. It's always the first thing I put in my body. And then I do intermittent fasting. So I fast from 5, usually to 5. So I usually eat between 5 and 7 p.m. every day. So I try to make it a true 24-hour fast. So I keep it like the same time. I don't break my fast till no earlier than 5. I drink lots of this. Thank God the Airbnb here is wonderful. They give me 3 of these a day. So that saves on money. But thanks for stretching with me, y'all. I don't know if anybody in here. Okay. Hey, how you doing? Let's see if I got anybody in here. Nobody in on my other stand. I'm gonna bring y'all closer to me since I'm sitting down. I'm sitting down now. Hold on. All right, let's talk. Let's talking things. Okay. Now here we go. All right. Okay. All right. So let's see. So, what it's really like traveling abroad? I know this is a big question for a lot of people. I'm kind of looking at two devices, so bear with me. I'll try to slide this one over. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. So now I kind of got at least two devices, so you don't think I'm looking cross-eyed and stuff. My big hair, and that's another thing I want to talk about, my hair too. So it's different being abroad. I did not know Asian people favor kinky hair here. They absolutely love it. Everywhere I go, they ask me about my hair, and I love that. I love that for black women, for black people. It's like, usually it's kind of inferior, and now it seems like here, like, the music that they listen to, R&B, um, hip hop, is so, it makes me feel proud to be black because we're the reason that we have all of those things. So it's beautiful. But it don't, and then another thing, it don't make you think about race as much. So I guess that's a caveat, because it's like you see all types of people. It really doesn't matter, because over here, YT people don't dominate anything. Asian people got their own world over here, and they take care of their people. If you Thai, you gonna be taken care of. I'm trying to make me a little bang, y'all. I gotta tame this beast. So if you know, you know. This is an inhaler. They use these in Asia because of the poor air quality, and you know what? They really help you with. This helps me with my allergies. I have really bad seasonal allergies, so when I feel like my allergies flaring up, which I just did, I'll sniff that. I haven't really had problems with the air quality. Where I am now is a very rural part of Thailand. It's like Chiang Mai, between Chiang Mai and Pai. So I've had seclusion. I got the sign, Airbnb sign. There we go. So, and another thing, they got fans outside, which I love. I love having an outdoor fan. I will do that in Michigan in the summertime. From now on, I'm gonna have me a fan for the rest of my life outside. Why don't America do that? Why? Why don't America have no fan? Because I don't know why they don't, but they should. Because this helps keep the fan can help keep bugs away. So it does so much. I love it. Uh, so yeah, so that's what so it has really been wonderful traveling abroad. This is my first opportunity, I should say. I'm truly blessed to be able to travel for a long period of time outside. And that's over 30 days. I have never traveled for over 30 days in my life. I've been to places, I've been, abroad before, but never have I traveled over 30 days. It was just 2 weeks. You get to see the landmarks, Israel, Egypt, you get to see the landmarks of where the great things. But that was it. I had to stop after that. And it's like, and then you got to come home, and then you got a whole bunch of stuff you got to do when you get back from vacation. And so I think I got a good plan. So I think I have a good way that people can travel for a long period of time, at least I would say 30 to 90 days, depending on your schedule or your job. But what I like to propose is that people work very hard about 9 months out of the year at the most. 9 months. You don't take off, you take good care of yourself, you get yourself healthy and drink your water and fast or whatever you need to do so that you have perfect attendance. I know a lot of people don't concentrate on that, but I pride myself in not missing work, only scheduled time off for 10 years, probably 15 now. Yeah. Yep. I haven't missed, yeah, I haven't missed in a very long time. So, anyway, if you do that and you give your job 110%, then you could take off like 90 days. Work it out with them. Say, look, I'll be here, and then use your vacation and save your money too, because you're gonna need your own money. And maybe you can make it where you can take like a sabbatical. I don't know about everybody's job. I am a travel content creator, so I can work anywhere. So it's a little more flexible for me. But still, even I have to sacrifice because my family can't always be here with me. If they don't work and I don't make enough money to afford to take them. Not yet. I'm claiming it though. But I don't make enough money yet for my whole entire family to come. But ideally, that would be the plan because me and my husband plan to retire, in the next 10 years or so, I'll say. So we're planning for that and seeing where we're going to set up, where in the world we want to live. So upon that, it's going to be really fun because we're going to be traveling to different places. And I'm going to be the couple traveler soon. My husband is going to retire in the next 3 to 5 years, and me within the next 10 years. So with that combination, we are trying different places to see where we want to live. And I don't know if that could be America. I wouldn't mind either way. As long as I'm with the people I love, that stuff don't matter. And that's what traveling abroad does for me. It makes me realize that you don't really need a lot, what I can fit in my carry-on. Actually, I want to get rid of all of these clothes and just take a couple of things, couple of staple pieces, and then mismatch. Like I ain't got no nothing but a sports bra and some jeans and a little cover up. You know what I'm saying? I dress like this every day. There's nothing special about my wardrobe. Or I got these earrings which I love from Long Neck Village in Chiang Mai, and the Long Neck Village um, people made this. They have all kind of things that they made. I've also bought a backpack from them. So things are more sentimental to me um, than they used to be. I cherish things like this, and my God's Eye. It's God's Eye. I got this from the Greek festival, and this is from America, so that's why it's special to me. It reminds me because me and my husband went there, and I got this with him. So that's a special thing. And yeah, so it's beautiful here in Thailand. I am chilling, um, loving it here. It is beautiful. You hardly hear anybody. Like it's very early here. 8 o'clock. Good. I wanted to go live between 7 and 8. So I did. That was my goal. So I'll be going live in the evening, 7 to 8. That's the plan, around 7-ish. That's Thai time too, by the way. Thai time. Thai time. But Yeah, so I am. Let me see. I have some topics that I was going to talk about too. Oh, okay. How I budget for traveling long term. So my budget, I'm just very transparent because all of this is on my YouTube channel, Bootsie UnThai'd. Um, but I budget $1,500 a month, and that's what I pretty much use for all of my things. Hey, Roz. Hey, girl. Trying to get this channel up. Good morning. Sawadika. I got two devices on, so I'm on another channel on this one. If I'm looking cockeyed, that's why. But yeah, so I was just talking about my budget. So I was telling everybody that my budget personally is $1,500 a month, which is I think reasonable on the reasonable end. But it really depends on you. Some people have a much higher budget, and some people have a much lower budget. It just depends on you and what you can. Um, I come from a mass consumer background where in America, all I did was buy things and had so much stuff. When it was time to give it away, it was really embarrassing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Um, that's probably the water. I've been drinking in the coconut water. Um, but I was a mass consumer in America. You know, you already know, don't you? Thank you. Thank you for the roses. So I was a mass consumer in America. So I just really just, you know what? It was cheaper for my husband to send me here for $1,500 a month than for me me personally. This isn't even this is including my personal bills and what I used to spend was excess of $3,500 a month, and it's embarrassing for me to say that when it's people out here starving. And so that really changed me. And I said, if I could spend $3,500 a month on just bills and stuff and car payments and insurance and mortgage, all of this stuff, then I can free myself from that burden of paying. So I paid off a few cars. It was a time that we had 5 car payments because my husband has a business for almost 40 years. So we had 5 car payments at one time. And so my goal was to pay off those car payments and I could free myself up $2,500 a month. And then I started saving every penny. I started giving everything away, not selling it. I blessed people with everything that I had, and I just said, I'm gonna just go into this travel content creation full time. And I changed my niche to travel, which was hard because I have been in a content creator for many years, but I do mostly faceless content, which actually does a lot better for me when I don't show my face. So there's not many accounts that I have where I show my face because the ones that I don't show my face and they don't know what I look like, unfortunately, they compensate me more. But with that being said, I wanted to change my niche to travel. And I said, well, if I'm going to do this, then I've got a plan. Because if you don't plan, you plan to fail for sure. So I got with my family and told them what I wanted to do. And I said, look, I free up space and I stopped buying stuff that I really didn't need and start buying and saving my money towards my plan. And I was diligent about it. I didn't buy anything. If I needed something, I would see if they had it at the Salvation Army. I used to call it Sally Ann, but I would see if they had it at the Salvation Army, and if it was something I absolutely needed, then it was something that I replaced. And I had accountability for this. My sister helped me a lot because she knew I was a spender. I had to go through her and be like, "Is this something I really need?" And she would be like, "No, you don't need that right now. Just wait," and kind of talk me off the ledge sometimes. So I really had to plan for this, and so I freed up all that debt of $3,500 a month and switched it for $1,500 a month in a different country. That's exactly what I did. So now I pay less to have adventures of a lifetime, but then I sacrifice not having all of my family with me here. I do have lots of family, and I've got lots of new family. I'm so blessed and highly favored because I came here because of my ancestry. And I always knew that my great grandmother was Afro Thai, but I didn't, and I knew my great grandfather was Irish, but I didn't know more than just that. And so it was the Ancestry.com test that kind of reinforced that for me because my dad had been here to Thailand when he was 12. So that was one of the reasons I really wanted to come because my dad passed away in 2009 and I never got to come to Thailand with him. So it was beautiful for me to be able to come here for just that reason alone. Then on top of that, with Ancestry.com, people started reaching out to me that were distant relatives. And I'm like, wow, this person is my distant relative, which you really don't know more than that because it was like probably in the 1800s and nobody got no information about that. But they do know that we are a DNA match. So with that being said, I start communicating with them and they didn't really speak English, but with modern technology, you could translate everything in English. So they knew what I was saying, I knew what they were saying, and it was beautiful. And so with that, I started developing a relationship with my distant cousins here in Thailand. And they were like, when are you going? If you ever come, we want to see you. And I was like, you know what, my daddy wanted me to come. I'm gonna go. And then I have a podcast on the What Up Doe podcast with two of my high school friends, Rob and Donnie, and we had a show with a friend of ours from high school, Leonard Hassel, that currently lives in Dubai. And so that's how it started. And he started talking about Asia, and then that reminded me of my family in Asia, in Thailand. And so I was like, you know what, let me go on the app. And I went back on the Ancestry app after I hadn't been on it since like 2018. And I was like, God, it didn't evolve now. You know, they got the people can message you and send you messages, follow you on Facebook. And so I met a couple of local cousins that I had, and we were a DNA match. And then I met some international ones. And that's how I started building that relationship. And then I told my husband in January that I wanted to go for my birthday. And that turned into becoming a travel content creator. And while the reason I decided to do that, because when you're over here in Thailand or when you're in Southeast Asia, it's so many places that you can go to. It's so many places you can go to. You can like me going back to Bangkok from where I am now, Chiang Mai, is $30 on a plane. And especially if you just got carry on. Now, if you got luggage, you're gonna pay another ticket price for that luggage. It's just unfortunate. But yeah, so you know what I mean? It's so inexpensive to travel that you might as well while you're over here. I mean, to go to Vietnam, all these places are like under $100. Even for me to go to Dubai is not very expensive. I think it might be $150, but I'm going closer and closer to those countries. So as you get closer, it gets cheaper and cheaper, less expensive. So that's why I decided to do travel more long term, was because I was going to already be over here. And I want to go to the Canton Fair in China for me and my husband's company. So that's the plan. So, you know, it's going to be many countries along the way. And it's going to be a lot of volunteering, a lot of giving back, a lot of building community. And you'll see all of that. Yeah, I'm going to build community. A lot of these people don't know America, they only know what they see on TV. And so a lot of times over here, European people are very rude to them. I've witnessed it. I'm like, oh no, I'm going to show them a different side. And so they see me. And they love my kinky hair. They love it. They love it. They want it. They even get processes to get their hair kinky. And it's beautiful to me. I'm like, wow, it's really nowhere you can go that I know of where people want to be black that I've ever witnessed. Usually they try, it's the latter. Now they do have colorism here, just like everywhere, you know. And they have products in the skincare to lighten your complexion and stuff. So you have to be careful with that. And I make sure that I don't get anything that says brighten, because I'm not trying to brighten nothing. I'm fine with the way I am. I even welcome getting tanned. I love that. So, but I love the sound of nature's, you know, geckos and roosters, and it's just beautiful. I love these things too. These little inhalers. Oops. Well, see, it didn't want to be inhaled, I guess. No. But yeah. So yeah, what else? I had some other stuff I was gonna talk about. So I talked about my budget. That's $1,500 a month. Um, Top 5 surprises about Thailand nobody tells you. That in this country, you know, a lot of people talk about like lady boys, and I don't even like to use that term, but since I'm on live, I'll just be candid with you. And the thing about this country is whatever rate, whatever gender you were born, it's on your ID. They don't change that. So you can simply ask for someone's ID if you feel like it might be a imposter. But if you ask them if they are a lady or a lady boy, if I don't like that term, I'm glad I ain't gotta deal with that, then they will tell you the truth. So that's a misconception. Another misconception is that um, you know, the save face culture is sometimes looked at as maybe shy, but Asian people have the save face culture, meaning that they don't want any confrontation. So they just rather not deal with that. If you probably argue with an Asian person, they act like they don't even understand you, or just, that's just their culture, and they're very mild and humble. So I think that's a misconception. I also think it's a misconception that everything in Asia or Thailand is cheap. I don't even like using that word. I'd say less expensive, because it depends on what you do and what habits you have. If you're, see, I don't drink, I don't use drugs, I don't do, so automatically I'm in the green already, because I'm not doing those things that contribute to you spending a lot of money. So I, for me to eat, it might, I only, and I do intermittent fasting, so I only eat one time a day. So it might only cost me $5, where if someone else that may eat 3 times a day, it might cost them $25. So it just depends. But that is a misconception. Um, it's also a misconception that, uh, let's see, I want to get a good one. Hello, how are you? So it's also a misconception that yeah, I think that Thai people are shy. I don't think that they're shy. I think that they're very humble, and most of the people that I've encountered, they believe in karma. So they're very kind, and if you drop your wallet, they're gonna pick it up for you. It don't matter if it's $1 million, and they're gonna give it to you. because they believe that if things come back on you. And I agree with that. I've always believed in karma, but I was told that it was a bad thing. But I don't think so. I think if you believe that whatever you do bad to people will come back on you, that really stops you from doing it. So, and maybe that's something we should instill in our families. But yeah. So those are some misconceptions. Hopefully I answer that. So the night markets in Thailand, I absolutely love night markets. And I've learned, because I had a problem with being a mass consumer, not to buy everything, but I still like going. I love fresh fruits and stuff that they have out there. It's gonna be some smells when you go, so get ready for it. But I love how they sell things that are made by the locals. You're helping the locals when you go to the night markets. The night market started years ago because the workers worked all day. And when the sun goes down, that's when they put their kids down. So couples will go and kind of make that their evening thing. And they can support locals. So, so that is, it used to be a lot more artistic stuff. And what's that? A lot more artistic stuff. Where do you mean? In Thailand in itself? Because I've seen nothing but art here, and I'm an artist, so I'm here volunteering as an artist too. Um. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of art. I mean, the temples are art too. So I love temples. I don't know, but they're very artistic and intricate. How the art that I've seen. And I'm here, actually, the next country that I go to, I'll be volunteering to do a mural. So I'll be doing a mural for a children's in a private school. Oh yeah, yeah, the stuff that yeah. Well, a lot of stuff, like I got these earrings from the. I'm glad you said that. So I got these earrings from the Long Neck Village in Chiang Mai, and they were made by them, and so it's locals, and so these aren't like mass produced, or like in China, and then these were handmade. So I look for the stuff that's unique. And even like in the mall, like I went to the Icon CM Mall, and they have uh, people there that make things, like handmade things too. So I do like that. I do like that. Yeah, yeah, I got you what you're saying. Wow. Well, thank you for coming on Pure Life Travels. Where you headed to, or um where you been recently? Yeah, but I love the night markets though, and they're so cool. You can get all kind of stuff, fruits, vegetables, and then I like them there, especially the ones in Bangkok, because they cut up the fruit for you. Like if you really don't want to be cutting up no watermelon, they cut it up and put it in the bag for you. So I love that. I love that. I think that is amazing. Oh, so I was going to talk about how to respect Thai culture. So a lot of places they ask you. Oh, Vietnam. Okay. And Bali. I am going to both of them. That was great. Well, happy belated birthday. Oh, you live in Bangkok. Okay. Well, I'll be back in Bangkok in a few days. That's cool. I'm always at the mall, or I'll be there because my family is in Bangkok, so I'll be there. Actually, in a couple of days, I'll be in Bangkok. So I'm gonna try to do this live thing twice a day at 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. I was a little later today, so it was 7. Oh, okay. Florida for Thanksgiving. That sounds nice. And that's one thing I don't do. I don't never bash America. I don't do that because that's my country and that's where my family is. And I love my country. I do. And I won't. I don't. Only time I compare. That's the only thing I have is America. So, I mean, of course, the prices are less expensive here. But when you ain't got nobody to share it with, and your family can't share with you, it kind of gets old after a while. Oh, Prague. Wow. Wow. Istanbul. Okay. All right. That sounds beautiful. Yes. I got a lot of countries on my itinerary. I kind of um, don't tell the order for my safety, but I've got Dubai on there. I've got Sri Lanka. I've got China. I've got Japan. Um, I got uh, Bali and Indonesia. I've got Vietnam, Laos. Um, there's a couple of more. Oh, Cambodia. A few of them in there. Oh, you said the Christmas market. I ain't hip to the Christmas market. What's up with the Christmas market? Oh yeah, I want to go to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is a funny story because I was supposed to go on a business trip for when I years ago when I worked for a company and they canceled it. And I had got so ready and everything. So I said, you know what? When I get the opportunity to go, I'm going on my own. So that's kind of like something I added. That's wonderful. So what does traveling do for you personally? Because I know that's a personal question. I know a lot. Everybody will answer it different. For me, it gives me peace of mind and it gives me a lot of growth. I have a lot of personal growth when I travel. As far as my health, I feel better, uh, and I do a lot of more self care. I'm a self care girl anyway, but in America, it's expensive. I can get 4 massages a week here in Asia for less than I pay to fill up my tank in America. Meeting new people, learning new things. Oh yeah, I took a thinking of classes. I took a cooking class, a Thai cooking class. Lana Smile, shout out to her here in Chiang Mai, and that was really fun. And I learned some good dishes, and the stuff I made was delicious. Of course, with her guidance, but it was really good. We had a whole list of what did we make? Papaya salad. We made green curry. Um, wow, some kind of soup. I forget. And mango sticky rice with the blue um, mango. I mean the blue rice. And so that was good. Meeting new. Okay, so yeah, that's great that you get all those benefits from traveling. Yeah, I do too. I guess I definitely learn. I learn more about myself a lot. I learn about my patience and the lack of. Would you agree that a lot of European people and maybe Americans too are very impatient when they're over here? I've seen that a lot, and it really sometimes bothers me. Wow, that is such a blessing. 100 countries. Wow. I envy you. I just changed my niche to travel I may have 20 under my belt, but I'm working on it. I don't know if I'll get to 100, but who knows? That's a lot of, I could with the time I have. I just need to spread it out more. It just, I really just don't want to just always be traveling. So I try to spend time in a location, and I'm at least, to me, a few weeks. Like in Thailand, I'm there for 60 days. So, that's, or however long the tourist visa allows. Yeah, lived in Florida. Florida's nice. Oh, okay. Oh, that's awesome. Now, what do you consider live? You say you hate Siri? Who's Siri? Like, I don't know what you mean. You lived in 4 countries? Wow. So, what do you consider live? Like, because I was talking about that on my live. Like, is that over 30 days? What's considered living versus traveling? Like, you got traveling, you travel somewhere, it's like, when it's over 30 days, maybe it's like living. I don't know. For over a year, that's living. Wow, that's a long time. I think it's a difference between staying somewhere and living somewhere. But if you, I think if it's over 30 days and you washing clothes and stuff, it's kind of living. To me, I guess it's a personal perspective. And explore, okay, yeah, that's fine. As long as you don't mind if other people call you travel. Because I'm sure they probably will, you know. That's cool. Yeah, Doris, she was an explorer too. I get it. She used to go everywhere. I've been doing good. So my goal is to do 2 hours of live a day on both platforms. I'm not gonna say them. I don't want to get banned or nothing. I ain't even playing no music. 'Cause I heard you have to pay royalty free and different kind of music. So I don't want to get in no trouble because I will be jamming. You know that. I love music. So yeah. Well, maybe people don't. Well, it depends on the person. I guess some travelers do. They. I don't really do no too many excursions because I'm past half of my life and I got probably more years behind me than ahead of me. So I promised my family I wouldn't do anything to put my life or health at risk. Um, but I am definitely more active. And since traveling abroad, I average 5 to 10 miles walking a day, and but I don't really do no extreme excursions. That's for sure. But I do immerse myself in the culture. Like I said, my family is here. My great grandmother's from Thailand, so um, I met some of my family and went to see them sing. They sing at like a nightclub. It was so cool. I got a video coming out with my cousin's wife um, at a nightclub in Bangkok. It's so cool. So, but I kind of delay my videos a few weeks. Yeah, I do. Yeah, you're right. You only live once. That's why I gotta take care of myself. And I'm just saying I'm not gonna do any extreme excursions. But if that's what you do, then I'm living my life, honey. Trust me. I'm 52 also. Just so you know. Know what they say? Black don't crack. So yeah, I'm living. And all my children are grown. I love it. Yeah, I did too. I did too. But being a mom kind of showed me that you got to be careful when it's too extreme, because of course you don't want your children doing that and stuff. So, but yeah, I do. I have fun. I do live my life. I try to live it um, is and protect my life because it's mine to protect and it's a gift and I treat it as such. So, yeah, for sure. Yeah, getting my water down. Oh, you know about this too. This little citronella scent stuff they sell at 7-Eleven. I'm sure you know about that. Yes. You hear the geckos and the roosters and everything. They don't give me a break. And when I say something about them, it's like they hear me. And they like, oh yeah, we're going to say something louder. Let me see, what else can I talk about? Oh, so one of the things I want to talk about with Chiang Mai, like hidden gems. I went to the temples here. They were extremely beautiful, and nobody was there. I mean, I got to take my camera and just capture some amazing, probably the most amazing pictures I've taken with my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. What did I say? Hey, I don't know what that says. Al, hey. But so that was the most beautiful temples I have seen have been in Chiang Mai. And then I went to the White Temple, the Blue Temple, and the Black House. Beautiful. I mean, amazing. They just got some amazing stuff that you just can't believe. Like, yeah, I'm an artist, so maybe I look at stuff a little differently, but I mean, just the architecture is amazing. Amazing. Behind the scenes of a travel creator's life. Okay, so let's talk about it. So when you're doing this for business and you're on social media, I'm trying to build this channel, these two channels that I'm on right now. I have been a content creator for many years, but I usually do faceless content. So now I'm getting into travel. So I want to build this channel and prove that I can build a channel with my face. Hopefully I ain't going crazy and lying to the world. But it's challenging, I will say. It's challenging because you see so many beautiful things and so many people remind me of people back home. But it ain't nothing. I can't share the experience with my loved ones. So that is the hardest part of being a travel content creator is that I see something that reminds me of my mom and daddy and I can't share it with them other than through my lens of a camera. And it's hard to show people 3D stuff in 2D, I guess. And when you see something like so breathtaking that you may never see again, like a waterfall, I mean, you go to, like my mother would absolutely love Icon CM Mall. And so every time I go there, I think of my mom. So that's a good thing to think about my mom. But then it's sad too because, it makes me miss her and you want to go home. So that's the hard part. The good part of being a travel content creator is the comps. So if you go places and you tell them, like I tell people I'm a travel content creator, Sometimes I get free meals. I work with Expedia and Booking.com and things like that. And so my affiliates, they give me comp rooms and stuff like that, so I could stay. And like I stayed at a beautiful place down in Old Town, Chiang Mai. Beautiful, right off. I mean, I was right there. I got to do the Lantern Festival, and I was walking distance. It took me. It was a 5 minute walk from the hotel, and I'll be doing a review on that hotel anyway because they were amazing. The Fave in town, and so that was really a beautiful experience. And then I had another one, and I didn't do a review on them because I told them if I did, it'd be bad. So they just gave me a cut. Because I don't want to lie, to people. The bed was extremely hard. So, but my point is, so some of this stuff you can get for free. You can work with local businesses that I have and help them. Like I might showcase different stuff. If I go to I'm planning on going to the night markets when I go back to Bangkok, and I'll go live with you guys um, at the markets, so I can show you exactly what's going on in real time. I want to go live with you guys at the Icon CM Mall, and this is things that you can experience through my lens. And I know you can't tangibly touch, but if there's anything that you need, you can say, well, do this. I send things to people all the time. Now, there is going to be a charge when you mail stuff, but I don't charge, I mean, just whatever it costs to get there. A lot of times, stores it was shipped right to America from the mall. That way I don't have to go to the post office or whatever. But yeah, so those are the benefits, I guess, the pros and the cons of being a travel content creator. But sometimes you see some beautiful things, you're like, damn, I wish my sister could see that. Damn, I wish my brother could see that. Damn, I wish my cousin could see that, or whatever. And you just have to show it through a video. So that is the good, the bad, and the ugly. But there's so many rewards, like I said. Finding myself, my health spoke. Um, what happened? Okay. I had to prove who I was, and they was about to cut me off. But I'm gonna start doing this every day, guys. I'm gonna try to do it between 7 and 8 every day, so 8 a.m. or p.m. Um, Eastern, whatever Eastern Standard Time. Um, I'm in Thailand, so I just go whatever time it is here is 12 hours different. So, like right now, it is 8:38. I got 7 minutes. I'm gonna be on here for an hour, and I guess if I'm consistent, people will start joining me. You know, I'm gonna start winning you over. I guess if I'm more consistent with it, then I think people will come. Okay, how I plan my next country. Travel wheel spin live. Oh no, I'm not gonna do no travel wheel. Um, so I have an itinerary that I go by that's very strict, and it's cost effective for me to make sense to get all the way to Dubai from Thailand, and um, it makes it less expensive to travel on the way. So it makes sense the way that I'm traveling for me, and it's more cost effective. So that's the way I planned my itinerary was based on the season, if it's any inclement weather conditions. Like I don't want to go somewhere during hurricane season, so I take that into account. The distance that from where I'm coming from, that was taken into account. Um, and how long I'm going to be there. So some places that I'm going to, I'm volunteering. So um, like when I go to Cambodia, I'm volunteering, and that's a 30-day project. That's an art project, a mural with kids. And so, um, but my accommodations are paid for when I'm volunteering. They're covered, and my food and everything. So then you think I'll be able to save those months. I mean, in those countries, I'll go to night markets and buy stuff, on my own, but it's going to be substantially less because, of course, I don't have my I don't have to use my lodging budget for that month. So those things kind of help. Um, Hello. So yeah, so that is how I did my itinerary. What I miss most about Detroit, I miss Detroit. I miss the D. I don't miss the wind. I tell you what I don't miss is the cold or the snow. So um, I miss Lions games on Sunday. I miss sitting on the bed with my husband while he's watching the Lions game, and he's all in and he's telling me what's going on. I miss that. I miss getting with my girls and it's my friends. I got my whole life in Detroit, so I miss my sister calling me, telling me to meet her up at a spot that she's at, and I meet her up there. Um, I don't drink when I ain't with my family, so I miss having cocktails with my family, and that was not that often, but it was kind of nice. I just when you got to watch out for yourself. Now when my family's here, I'm with my family. Right now, I'm solo traveling because my family's back in Bangkok. But when I'm with my family, and then if I feel comfortable, I can have a cocktail. But I'm always watching out for everything because I mean, you gotta make sure you got your passport and your money, you got your lifeline. So I make sure that I keep that close to my heart. So that's a tip. Whenever you travel, I don't care what you're doing, you having a massage or whatever, you keep your money and your passport close to your wherever. I put it in my pillowcase. So when you're getting that massage, slide your wallet with your passport, your money, and everything. You're gonna need to use the money to pay them after the massage. So you're not gonna forget it. So, but that's a good way to make sure if you taking off all your clothes, you're not leaving your stuff in no basket where somebody got access. You keep it right by your head. That's what I do. So that's something that you need to think about. That's a tip. All right, y'all. We got 90 seconds and we out of here. And I will see you all at about 7 p.m. I'm going to see y'all at 7 p.m. And we wash, rinse, repeat, do it all over again. So that way you all expect me and know that I'm going to start being regular. I'm going to try to do this every day. And have something that we can do together. Now I don't know how I'm gonna do this when I'm traveling. I got two phones, so I'll probably have one for one channel, one for the other, because I'm gonna be able to take my laptop if I'm, walking around. But I can hold two phones. Two phones. I can hold two phones. So that'll be. This has been fun though. I'm learning, um, and trying to get myself out there and show that I can do good and more than just faceless content, that I can show my face and still be successful. And if not, I keep doing faceless. It's all good. But it has been wonderful. It's been a blessing being with you guys. And hopefully, you travel soon. It enriches your soul, helps you to make new friends, brings you out your comfort zone, all kind of benefits to traveling. So God bless. And I'll see you guys around 7 p.m.